What is going on, guys? I'm Watch JR Go, and today I guess we're gonna go buy another tractor. I don't know how I got roped into this one, but my brother texted me a minute ago and was like, hey, let's go buy this A. You should go to the ATM and let's do some work. I texted him back, if we can get it running today, then I'm in. And he said, sure, which means it's probably not gonna run today, but we're gonna go buy a tractor. And we are just about here. We're out in Mulvane, Kansas, and I think we need to stop with these projects. We might have too many right now, especially with everything the 420's getting, going to the machine shop, buying parts, everything like that. But hey, when you see a a reasonable price on an A, I think you have to go get it. I think is that. Anyway, we're meeting the guy right now. Let's see what happens. Well, he brought the right truck. We've got matching Duramaxes. Oh god. It doesn't roll coal though.
Why won't do that?
Well, it must be that trailer.
Yeah. Howdy. Well, Mr. Twitch. You don't look so proud of that. Looks man. What's going on? Trying to sell a tractor. Hell of a deal.
Step behind it.
Uh-oh, chiropractor time.
Yeah, I'm supposed to leave tonight.
Well, we had to walk away from that one. It was probably a little too much of a project. It was a 41A and the entire electrical system had been removed. The starter, the distributor that's looks like a magneto had been removed, and a real magneto had been put in its place, a Waco Model X. The flywheel had been converted over. What else? I mean, all the wires were just cut to the slant dash on it.
Battery box covers were mixed.
Battery box covers were missing. The wheels had been just completely welded onto the hubs, which were pretty crazy. I mean, it was like a weld all the way around the thing, the front wheel. The rear wheels didn't seem like they were factory. I think they were a Farmall wheel. What else? Oh, the gas tank was full of trash, like sticks, grass, mice. There was a nest inside that for sure.
Yeah, making a home of it.
Which is terrible because the sediment bowl looked super clean.
It did actually. Besides the mouse home, it looked pretty good in the gas tank. But.
Yep, body looked reasonably straight. Hood needed metal work, and the paint didn't even look like John Deere green at this point. It kind of faded into oblivion.
Oh, the big thing that made us walk away from it was the transmission.
Oh yeah, the reverse selector seemed like it had popped out of its home.
We tried forward and reverse. We tried first and reverse.
So it probably had popped out of its home because we selected reverse and we had nothing, and with the clutch in.
Or the reduction gear or something else is majorly broken.
Right. So our hope was to warm the thing up, throw it on the trailer. He even had a skid steer to help us load it, which would have been perfect. But yeah, we had to bail on this one. It was a lot of project.
Can't win them all.
You can win them all if you throw enough money at each project.
Yeah.
But that was definitely not a quick get it running and have fun project. That was a long term. This is probably the first I'm gonna go buy something deal I've ever walked away from. Even if it's like a cheap car or something, I usually say, hey, I mean, I drove all this way, we're gonna do it. But luckily this wasn't that far. It's only 30 minutes from the house. The numbers were right on this deal too. Chuck had just bought a 4020 and he said he was gonna sell his 60 and his A. His 60's running, and then there was the A, you guys got to see that. He just wanted to get those out of the shop and work on his new one. So the number was definitely right. He said $400.
We brought 7 just in case.
Did we?
I had $200 in my wallet just in case.
I had a few extra hundreds.
Yeah. So we had plenty of money.
I thought we were going under the assumption that we had the 500 ATM limit. But yeah, we definitely had the money, and he nailed us with the figure that we wanted to go out of there with, but it just wasn't right.
More of a long-term project than a short-term project.
For sure. And now an update on the 420. I know everybody's been asking about it because you haven't seen it in a few weeks. There's a good reason you haven't seen it in a few weeks. It's because I haven't heard a single word back from the machine shop since the engine went off. So here it is with the engine out of it. Of course, it's very empty, and yeah, it's just chilling here in the hobby building with all the other projects, air compressors and things like that are apart. We palletized all the parts and just kind of stacked them up right here. so we can move everything around. I mean, the clutch looks good. Everything else looks good. We're just waiting on the engine. And once the engine's back, and the research is back from 2-Cylinder Club, which I should say is the slowest place in the entire world. I heard from them like 3 or 4 weeks ago about our research order. They said they felt bad notarizing our research paper for this tractor with Watch JR Go on it. And I was like, well, it's my brand name and I wanted to say that on the certificate because the channel's rebuilding it. So I guess they're gonna go ahead and do it. But that's been 3 weeks and I haven't heard anything back yet. And of course, we don't know the paint code or any of the original options until that research comes back. So after that's back, it'll be time to start soda blasting this. I want to strip every inch of it, have it painted the original color. The hood and some of the other parts are already out being metalworked. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but those are being all straightened out. The front grille and the hood, that is. And once we have a paint color for that, of course, those can get painted as well. We'll order a decal set. There's plenty to do on this tractor, but it's really all on hold until I know what needs to happen next, which is 2-Cylinder Club, and what needs to happen on the engine, which is the machine shop. I guess we could rewire the dash. That's something that needs to happen now, but really there's no reason to start on this until all the research comes back. Of course, we do need this part still. That's the one that's worn. We talked about it in the very first video where we picked this up. And you know, the wheels look good, the tracks look good. We're gonna leave all that. Oh yeah, one of the springs is broken on the right-hand track over there. Let's see, I think I can show that to you. I don't know if we ever mentioned that before. We found that after the engine was out. There's the crack in the spring, so we will need to replace that spring. I don't think that'll be too big of a deal. We'll get that done. Oh, and the tank needs to go out and get cleaned. That's the one thing. We were gonna find a radiator shop to work on that, and we haven't found a radiator shop yet because we haven't messed with this at all. It's just, it's gonna keep waiting for a little bit until we are ready to move on. Don't worry, this is not a project we're gonna bail on. Somebody said, did you guys kill that project today? And this is 100% not a project we're killing. I cannot wait to drive it. I'm still excited and I'm still pumped. I wanna get this thing popping along, and then maybe we'll find an implement to pull behind it or something like that. And of course the bucket and everything, it's still outside, out front. So that's it. That is your update on the 1957 420C. Hasn't moved at all. Not too much of an update, but at least the status of where it's at right now. And as soon as the machine shop calls, I'll probably record that call so you guys can hear it. That's the important part here. That way we can figure out what we're doing with the rotating assembly and get the engine slapped back together. Over here, we've got all the bees just hanging out, doing what they do. I bet this thing's still charged and ready to go. Turns over. And yeah, here's the BR and the BO. So we didn't buy an A, and I hope that's enough of a tractor update for you guys. Everything's here, just sitting around. There's not much we can do with it while it's snowing and raining every day. I mean, it's hard to even get up the driveway to the hobby building right now because it is just obliterated with mud. And yeah, there's another tractor hiding over here. I don't know if we ever talked about it. We'll catch up on that one. There's that Continental Power unit from Jared and Joey's auction haul. They were working on that, and I bet it starts soon. And yeah, that little generator is also probably running at this point. It's got a new spark plug in it, a little E3, and I think that they had it running. Wrap a pull rope around it, give it a pull, it should start right up. There's the 70 from the first auction video. There's the 420s bucket right over there. My brother's LP70 is right here. Still working on that one. He's got brand new wheels for it. The old wheels had rotten out, and he's got beautiful new ones. They're all painted and ready to go. Actually, this might be one of them. Maybe. And the reason we're not working on anything is because today it's just absolutely black, pouring rain, and then all of a sudden it's completely light outside and 50 something degrees. So everything dries out for about 3 minutes, and then it's just completely covered in rain again, and it's a mud hole. So yeah, we can't really move anything around. We can't get tractors out and go play. The only thing we can do is work inside. So let's go work inside. So I'm headed back to the house to get some work done. There's plenty more to do tonight. I gotta go help Brian swap out some toilets at his house and change some fireplace glass. And it's time to do some home stuff. And that is it for today, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. The Rampage is being an absolute champ, as always. I told Lamborghini I was going to buy a tractor real quick, and this was just to get it running and then let's get it sold kind of deal. And all she said was, yep, I've heard that one before. So I think she's on to me.